Chinese National Games, 15th National Game in China, that is happening in Guangdong province and in China, and that is picking up the news globally. 15th National Games in China, and that is organized by three countries. I would rather say a special administrative zone, special administrative zone that is Hong Kong, and a special administrative zone, and that is Macau and China. Macau, Hong Kong, and China. All together, they are conducting a game that is called National Game, 15th National Game in China. China is a country which conducts national games every 4 years, and it happens 1 year after the Olympic Games that happen. The Global Olympic Games, whenever it happens 1 year after that, and after summer, means in this time frame, generally the National Game of China takes place. 2024, it was Olympic Games in Paris, and now National Game of China 2025, Guangdong province, that is adjoining Hong Kong only. Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong, they are organizing world famous 15th National Game of China. Why it is world famous known for is the arrangements and the money they are spending in the game, that is exemplary. That is exemplary, and no one had seen this much money flow in the national game. Okay, money flow is seen especially in the Olympic Games, not even in the Asian Games. Olympic Games generally money flow has been seen. That how much tremendously in 2024 Paris Olympic Games, it was around 2000, it was around $10 billion. Around $10 billion was spent in the Paris Olympics. $10 billion. Okay, in National Game 2025, China $5 billion are being spent. One country $5 billion, worldwide $10 billion. Just think that how much lavish it would be, and how much ostentatiously, I would rather say, or how much panoramic and big event is going on in Guangdong 2025. This is official data only. $5 billion. $5 billion is being spent in this game. $5 billion is official data. Unofficially, it may cost $20 billion. Means it will be more costly event than Olympics 2024 in Paris. 2022 Winter Olympics in China. Officially, it was $4 billion they had spent, China. Unofficially, more than $20 billion was spent in the Winter Olympics in China. Unofficially. Miss China is a country now which is finding reason to spend the money. This is what is going very surprising to the world community now. Every country is suffering from lack of money now, low in economy. Only China is seeing the bulge in or the exponential growth in the country economy. Anyway, what about national games in India? Asian Olympics, Asian Games. In Asian Games 2022, I believe the last Asian Game happened, and around $4 billion was spent in Asian Games 2022. $5 billion is spent in Guangdong National Game of China. $10 billion was spent in Paris Olympics. And now in India 2025 national games happened in Uttarakhand, and from January to February time frame, and that was around $40 million was spent in dollar. 350 crore or $40 million was spent. $40 million in Indian national game, and $5 billion in Chinese national game. India is more populous than China. Anyway, Chinese national game started in 1959, Beijing National Games, whereas Indian national games started in. Can anyone believe when Indian national games started? 38th national game happened in Uttarakhand in 2025. Indian national game started in 1924 in Lahore, Pakistan, and that was India earlier. So Indian national game started in Lahore to 1924. Around 10,000 athletes had participated in Lahore national games. Okay, now every country they expand like national game of China. First time three countries are organizing this national game. China, Hong Kong and Macau. Hong Kong and Macau they were country earlier. Now they are a special administrative zone of China. Three countries are organizing. India has was a bigger country. From bigger to it became smaller. $40 million is the budget. China from smaller to become bigger. Now Hong Kong and Macau are part of China. They're trying for Taiwan also. This is what the China is. Anyway, we will read it through how it is going on. This is called Rendezvous sparkling national games of 15th national game of China, which was inaugurated by President of China Xi Jinping, and it started on 9th of November. Today is 12th of November. Amazing, mind-blowing, glittering, glittering national games. We will see what it is. Okay, national game China. It started in 1959 in Beijing, and then 10,658 athletes had participated in the national games, and 384 events happened out of 42 sports. Now in 2025 Guangdong National Games, that is happening from 9th November to 21st of November, 13 days. 13 days. And in that, there are 14,252 athletes are participating. 419 events are happening out of 34 sports. Okay, 16 cities are organizing this sport, and it is spread over China, Hong Kong, and Macau. 70% of the events are happening in Guangzhou and Shenzhen city of Guangdong province, that is along the Hong Kong only. Okay. Anyway, other cities who are organizing this event is Dongguan, Foshan, Huijan, Jiangmen, Mijhou, Yingguan, Shantung, Shanwei, Yangjiang, Yan'anfu, Zhangjiang, Zhaojing, Zhongshan, Zhuhai, Hong Kong, and Macau. The events that are being played there is aquatic archery, athletics, badminton, baseball, basketball, boxing, breaking, canoeing, cycling, equestrian, fencing, field hockey, football, golf, gymnastics, handball, judo, modern pentathlon, rowing, rugby 7, sailing, shooting, skateboarding, sport climbing, surfing, table tennis, triathlon, volleyball, weightlifting, wrestling, and wushu. These are the events happening. It national game in China happens every 4 years. Anyway, last national game happened in 2021 in Shanxi, that is near to Gansu province of the China. Anyway, at that time 35 states, though there are 34 officially known states in China, 36 states in India including Indian territory, and 34 in China including everything. 35 were listed. In the list, 521 gold medals were distributed in 2021 in China National Games. In 2024 Olympic Games, 329 gold medals were distributed. In 2022 Asian Games, 482 gold medals were distributed. Let's see the history of the national games. Indian national game started in 1924 and it was known as Indian Olympics, and it started in Lahore, Pakistan. Anyway, Asian Games started in 1951 in Delhi, in New Delhi, and then Chinese national game started in 1959 in Beijing. Everywhere, everything China started after India. Everything. From the space station to everything. China was second, India was first. Now the condition that Chinese national games $5 billion is the official announcement of the expenditure. And Indian national game, which has shrunk from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and so many countries to only India, and $40 million. $40 million, $5 billion, more than 100 times they are spending. This is called growing country, where India is a shrinking country. Anyway, this is how it is, and we have to take like this only. Anyway, Olympics 2024, 32 sports were played, and 10,714 athletes had participated for 329 gold medals. Now in the Guangdong, around 14,252 athletes are participating, 419 events are being played, and 34 sports are being played. Anyway, Guangdong, third time it is organizing this event. 1987 and 2001 it has already organized, but first time Hong Kong, Macau, and China all together they are organizing this event. Mind blowing, amazing, what we can say, amazingly different than the world. Everywhere from United States to everywhere where economy is making a nose dive, then in China economy is going like a ballistic missile. Economy is going like a ballistic missile in China. Chinese government are finding a reason to spend money. $5 billion is the unofficial amount. Official amount. Unofficial amount may go beyond $20 billion. Okay, in Olympics, Paris 2020 for $10 billion was spent. In the 2022 Asian Games $4 billion. Winter Game 2022 in Olympics Winter Game 2022 when it happened in China. Officially, China had spent $4 billion. Unofficially, more than $20 billion. Means here, this time also more than $20 billion will be spent. Olympics Games $10 billion. Chinese national game $20 billion. Indian national games $40 million. This is China now, much ahead of the world. Whole world is separate, and only China is separate, where economy is going like this, and America economy is making a nosedive. There are many protests are going on in United States against the government. That is a new government, and then protests started happening after 1 or 2 months only. But no protest happened against Xi Jinping in China because people are seeing the prosperity that had never seen it before. Anyway, when people are prosperous, this is a matter of happiness and pride only. To everyone, it is a matter of pride. And we expect that all around the world they would be prosperous like the Chinese people right now. We congratulate Chinese people and Chinese government for this marvelous and unprecedented historic achievement of 15th National Games China. Okay, we expect that it would be even better, and that will be 16th national game China. We feel pride in this.